He admitted straight out that they have known for the last 5 years that Hamas has been working with the Tijuana Cartel, which, for those of you that might know this, that's mostly CJ&G today.
Sinaloa Cartel war.
They are at war. And what all of your viewers need to understand, this war is different from the other. Nothing, and I truly mean this, nothing like what we see in Mexico today.
Gather whatever you have to, but start snatching these dudes up and taking them to jail. Because that's what I think has to happen, but then you see these videos of
the major change in tactics you're seeing in this area.
The big shift being over the last year from drugs to bodies as the main commodity. So they're getting more money smuggling humans than they are for anything else.
Perception drives migration. If they all believe Trump's going to shut the border down like he did before, they are coming now.
I just feel like I haven't seen such an influx of any kind of gang or anything as fast as I've seen TDA move.
You may remember we had all those people in El Paso, Vince, coming in, just families like crazy. And I was being told by agents out there, hey man, be careful. These Tren de Aragua guys are running the piso on everybody. They're collecting the tax on everyone. They're running all the people living in the street.
That new asylum crackdown, is that having any effect? Is it working?
And so they're saying that the numbers are dropping at the southwest border between the ports of entry, and that's not a lie, but it's a half truth. They're not talking about how they're crossing on the ports of entry, leveraging the CBP one out. The other thing that's not talked about publicly is what's taking place in Chiapas, and the agreement that was made with the United States government last year in December with the Mexican government to begin holding tens of thousands of people in the state of Chiapas.
You know, it's funny how when you say we kept so much information to ourselves and we didn't show the public, and now we have social media that's giving us an opportunity to have a voice. And a lot of the law enforcement agencies, a lot of these agencies weren't using that in a way that they should have, so they can build rapport, so they can humanize their own badges, so they can show the community that what they're doing to keep the community safe. Instead, they allowed the media and everyone else to demonize them, to destroy their character, to destroy their reputation just by false narratives. And that's the crazy thing that we have to now gain control of. Guys like you, me, who have been in both places, who are now doing the journalism side of it, we have to, in a way, not even just tell, but show. Let me show you the truth so you can now get led down this path instead of hearing what everyone else is telling you about it. Different agencies like the Border Patrol, different agencies like law enforcement, you know, they've been demonized for way too long now, and we have to actually start showing the truth of the things that we do, these heroic things that these agencies do day in and day out to protect our people.
August of 21, anybody can go to the data, don't take my word for it, over 500,000 unaccompanied children. These numbers to me, Vince, are just stunning. You know, you talk about these young kids and what's happening to them down there. I think it's everything. It's not just one. You know, in the old days, it was human smuggling. I hand my child off to these smugglers. They're going to cross them into the U.S. Once they get them here, we pick them up. We have a family member on this side, pick them up. That thing's over, right? That's the negotiation. That's a smuggling operation. Today, though, with this debt bondage, I can't imagine what we're about to find in our country over the next few years. I mean, we're going to have a wave of human trafficking, the likes of which we have never seen. And we're going to be finding these children all over the nation in the hands of gang members and everything else. And, you know, the government knows it. They're not going to be able to hide this forever. The intel reports are all going to come out. You know, the transparency has to happen with the American people. It has to.
You and I know how bad this is currently and how bad it can get, or how bad it will get because of what's happened in the past few years.
We need strong leadership. We really do. And we need tough men who are willing to do tough things and get it done and fix this. We have to. Look, we have no choice, man. I meet with these families, Vince, all over the country. Just this week, I was in Detroit. I speak on the cartels all over the nation, trying to get families to understand what's taking place. And I had a mom and a dad come up to me. They had lost their 19-year-old son to a cloned fentanyl pill. He was not a drug addict. He thought he was taking an Adderall pill. And I have my arm around this mom. I just finished my speech. She's holding up this huge sign of her son. I got my other arm around this dad, and they're taking our picture. And it hits me, man. And I'm thinking to myself, my God, we've known where all of the stash houses are. Well, just about all of them. We've known where all the bosses have lived within the Sinaloa Cartel who produced this fentanyl. We have known where the leadership have been living because they haven't had to move in decades, many of them. And we can't get people to do their job. It hits you like a brick. I've been at this for 8 years, Vince. I can't believe it. I mean, I say this in my speeches, 8 years. How is it that we are where we are, and for 8 years, we couldn't get our federal government to designate these cartels as terrorists?